Hey folks, Daily Landsblog for January the 5th, 2020. This is for you, Lorraine Bino, who corrected me yesterday when I said it was 2020. It's 2021. The Daily Landsblog. I was walking Wrigley before, and like I am often apt to do, I was underdressed for the weather. I was not wearing a jacket, and I had my sleeves kind of like this and like this. And I was walking towards someone, of course, socially distancing, making sure there was distance between us. And the woman looked down at my arms, right? And I thought, well, it's really weird. Why is she looking weird at me? And I went, what? Oh, you're probably wondering what this was. And she said, yeah, it looks a little bit unusual. So I thought very quickly, I could tell her what it is, but it would be far more interesting to make up a story. So my story that I made up quickly was instantly, okay, well, when you count by putting marks, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then put a line through it with 5. So I thought to myself, when I was in prison and I was doing time, I would mark the days off. I was doing 1 year. It was easy time. It was like white collar crime. Like I had no problem doing the year. I mean, I've done some tough time. So I told her that I put a mark on my arm for every day, and then after 5 days, put a line through it. And this is 366 days because that year that I was in prison was 2008, and it was a leap year. And I could see her going like, oh my God. I don't even know what to say. I go
now?
Yeah. I think she picked up her dog, and the dog was big, and said, don't look at that man. So I did come out and say, okay, I was just kidding. So I actually put a mark on my arm when I'm in a figurative prison and in a figurative solitary confinement cell. This is when I suffer from depression, and in 2008 I had a bad day every day, and therefore if I was putting a mark on my arm for a bad day, I would have 366 compared to this past year when I did way better and actually had 53 marks on my arm. And you can just tell from looking at it. I mean, you don't need to know the numbers. You know that this is bad and this is good. I don't think she'll ever talk to me again. I think she'll cross the road next time she sees me. She did not pepper spray me, but she said, I swear to God, I'll tase you if you come near me. It was like, whoa. Also to Phil Jones, who responded yesterday to our to the Landsblog, which was in particular talking to men about their inability to share. And he said, I just thought I'd mention this and say, hang in there, Phil. Christmas and New Year's has been especially hard as my wife of 15 years left me because of my depression and anxiety. To be fair, it was because of the result of my illness, meaning I was not caring or appreciative enough of her. And I understand that, absolutely. And I understand your position because I've been in your position. But I also understand your wife's position. And it is one of the hardest things to be a caregiver for. I've said this before, because you can't see it, because you still have this lingering doubt in your head where you go, oh my gosh, does he have to be like this? I know he doesn't feel good. And I get that, but does he have to be mean to me, or does he have to ignore me? And it's incredibly difficult because he's right, Phil is right, because he's doing the best he can. And she's right because she's right to expect more from their marriage. That is the complexity of depression, anxiety, bipolar, mental illnesses like that. SickNotWeak.com, 24 hours a day, 364 days a year. It doesn't matter where I am, Case. You know what? Whether it's solitary confinement for a year or whether it's out on parole, I'm here. Why am I here, Case?
I don't know.
Why am I here, Case? I am here because this is how I celebrate my freedom from the illness.
Sorry, I got a hand down to that guy.